What if I told you that the most feared man in boxing,
He took a knee. He took a knee.
the undefeated Tank Davis, was seconds away from being stopped? That a fighter the world overlooked walked into the lion's den and nearly shook the sport to its core. This is the true story of Lamont Roach Jr., the man who silenced the doubters and nearly broke boxing's most dominant streak. Born August 18, 1995, in Washington, D.C., and raised in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, Lamont Roach Jr. didn't walk into boxing. He was born into it. His cousin, Bernard Roach, ran the local gym. By the time Lamont turned 9, gloves weren't a hobby. They were legacy. By the time he was 17, Roach had amassed over 120 amateur wins. National PAL champion, Golden Gloves winner, 5-time ringside world champion.
I'm really him. I bring any type of smoke to anything in my way. I am him in that ring.
He was that kid. He was the best-kept secret in U.S. amateur boxing. Quotes from a USA boxing scout. In 2014, Roach turned pro under Golden Boy Promotions. Quiet, disciplined, clean technique. The man rarely lost rounds, let alone fights. He racked up 16 straight wins, capturing WBC youth and later WBO international belts. But Lamont didn't chase clout. He chased precision. People thought he wasn't aggressive enough. They missed the point. Roach was chess in a sport full of checkers. In 2019, Roach earned a WBO world title shot against U.S. Olympian Jamel Herring. For 12 rounds, he battled toe-to-toe. But it wasn't enough. Unanimous decision loss. The first L of his career. Critics said good, not great. Roach didn't complain. He recalibrated. I didn't lose that night. I learned how to win when it really matters. Roach post-fight interview. 2020, 2023. The Reaper returned, this time with venom. He brutally stopped Neil Tabanow. Outclassed Rene Alvarado, a former champ. Then in 2023, he fulfilled a promise. November 25th, 2023, Roach dethroned Hector Garcia by decision to claim the WBA super featherweight world title. It wasn't hype, it was earned. Then came the call no one expected. Roach versus Gervonta Davis.
I promise you, on my mother, you better leave the females home and the kids. On my mother.
March 1st, 2025. Madison Square Garden, Tank's home turf. Easy work, Tank said. Let's see if he still says that in round 10. Roach replied. Rounds 1-5, Tank stalked. Roach sniped. It wasn't the slugfest fans expected. It was surgical war. Round 6, Tank lunged. Roach cracked him with a counter jab. Left hook grazed the eye, and then... It wasn't ruled a knockdown, but everyone saw what they saw. Davis backed away, blinking hard, motioned to his corner. The ref allowed a pause as Tank wiped his eye. Again, no call. No deduction. Something was in my eye, Tank said later. It was my glove, Roach corrected, not hair grease. Final bell. Judges, 115-113 Davis, 114-114, 114-114. A majority draw. Roach raised his hand. The crowd roared. Tank's perfect record stayed intact, but his aura shaken. That was a knockdown. Roach got robbed. Terrence Crawford. Give that man his rematch. Shakur Stevenson. I don't think I lost, Davis said, but I know I gotta run that back. Fans demanded it. Promoters scrambled. The rematch was targeted for late summer 2025, but with Davis facing new legal trouble, the date hangs in the air. Still, Roach trains like the fight is tomorrow. He smells unfinished business. He knows he shocked the world once. Now he wants to own it. This time, Roach says, I'm not leaving it to the judges. Lamont Roach Jr. was supposed to be an opponent, a stat, a stepping stone. But he stood in front of Tank Davis and proved he wasn't just ready, he was better. This story isn't over. Subscribe for part 2, because the rematch could change boxing forever.